The Komodo dragon is the biggest lizard that lives on Earth today. It can grow up to 10 feet long and weigh 150 pounds. This living fossil might look like a miniature version of the dragons you see in movies, but it can't fly or breathe fire. However, it has some scary qualities such as venomous fangs, speed, and armor-covered skin. Here are 12 facts about why these dragons don't need to fly or breathe fire for us to respect and admire them. But before starting the video, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get all the latest updates, as we will make more videos on interesting topics in the future. So if you don't want to miss it, make sure to subscribe to it. Now let's get started. Number 1. Komodo dragons were first found in Australia. The Komodo dragon is famous for living on the island of Komodo and other nearby islands in Indonesia, but it was first found in Australia. Fossil evidence shows that Komodo dragons moved from the island where they were born to the island of Flores in Indonesia about 900,000 years ago. According to a study from 2009, Komodo dragons may have gone extinct in Australia about 50,000 years ago. This would have happened around the same time that people started living there. Number 2. They are poisonous. People used to think that bacteria in a Komodo dragon's mouth was what made its bite so dangerous. The scavenger animals are always eating rotting meat that would make anyone sick and kill them. Brian Fry, a venom researcher at the University of Melbourne in Australia, finally set the record straight in 2009. He found that the Komodo dragon is one of the few poisonous lizards on Earth. Instead of injecting venom to its prey with its sharp teeth, as a snake does, a Komodo dragon's poison seeps into the big wounds it makes on its prey. The animal might get away from the dragon's grip, but won't get away from the poison. The Komodo dragon can smell its dying prey from a long way out, so that it can follow them. Number 3. They can catch enormous prey. Komodo dragons are enormous and can kill animals as big as wild boar, deer, and water buffalo. During the Pleistocene, when dwarfed elephants roamed the island, fossils show that they were also able to kill them. The ambush method is what these reptiles use to catch their prey. Most of the time, they can blend in with the dull surroundings of their home island. They will wait for an animal that doesn't see them and then sprint at it with poisonous bite. Number 4. Komodo dragons have armor that stays on them all the time. Under the skin, there are thousands of tiny bones that make up the Komodo dragon's shell. They are not born with these bone deposits, which are called osteoderms. Instead, the deposits build up over the life of a Komodo dragon, like the rings of a tree. Since giant lizards aren't the main predators, you might not think they need this kind of built-in armor to protect them. In reality, Komodo dragons will attack and kill anyone or anything that gets in their way, even other Komodo dragons. They protect themselves from each other with skin made of bone deposits. Number 5. They are incredibly agile for reptiles. Most reptiles have a limited ability to use oxygen, but Komodo dragons are an exception. This is because they have a genetic adaptation that lets them use oxygen better. The research showed that these animals could change their metabolism to the more like that of a mammal, which helps them catch prey. Scientists found changes in the cell steam engines called mitochondria. In the digestive system, mitochondria take in food and turn it into energy for the cell. This is doubly important for muscle cells, and Komodo dragons have many of them. This also explains why the creatures can move quickly and keep going for a long time. At full speed, a Komodo dragon can run up to 13 miles per hour. Number 6. They can eat 80% of their weight in a single meal. A Komodo dragon appetite is as big as it is. These lizards can eat up to 80% of their body weight. How? Because they eat a lot and take a long time to digest. Komodo dragons like to lie in the sun after they eat. The heat helps their digestive systems keep going. When they're done digesting, they will throw up what's called a gastric pellet. Like all pellets, a gastric pellet is made up of pieces of food that can't be digested, like horns, hair, teeth, and other bits of prey. Komodo dragons can live on as little as one meal a month. This is because they have slow metabolism and can eat a lot in one sitting. Number 7. Komodo dragons are known for breaking into graves. Komodo dragons don't always hunt for their food and don't even do it very often. They eat a lot of dead things instead. They can smell a dead animal up to 6 miles away. People who live near dragons are in danger because dragons can attack people who have just been buried. People in Komodo used to steal from graves, so they stopped burying their dead in sandy ground and only buried them in clay soil. They often put a pile of rocks on top of the grave for good measure. Number 8. They can reproduce asexually. As if these ancient animals didn't already remind you of Jurassic Park enough, their strange way of having babies is also like something shown in the movie. In 2006, scientists confirmed that female Komodo dragons could have babies without a male. This is called parthenogenesis. Even if there are no males around, a female can still lay eggs that will hatch. 2 female dragons in London zoos were kept alone, and their eggs were used for a genetic analysis that showed no sign of male fertilization. The female dragon were both the mother and the father of the babies. Parthenogenesis happens in about 70 different species worldwide, but this was the first time it was proven to occur in Komodo dragons. Number 9. They eat their own young sometimes. When there isn't much food around, Komodo dragons will sometimes eat their own young. Young Komodo dragons spend a lot of time in trees because of this. They have the claws to climb, but they get too heavy as they age. The Smithsonian National Zoo says that young Komodo dragons often roll in their poop, which gives off a smell that the giant dragons are trained to avoid. Hatchlings are said to make up 10% of the diet of an adult Komodo dragon. Number 10. They have teeth like sharks. The most teeth a reptile can have is 60, which is what Komodo dragons have. People often compare their not so purely whites to sharks because they're so sharp and have a unique serrated shape that helps them cut through flesh. These teeth are also an essential part of how lizards poison their prey. If you've ever seen a Komodo dragon with its big, scary mouth wide open, you might wonder, where are these famous teeth? Their gums are so thick that they look like they have no teeth. Don't be fooled, a Komodo dragon could kill almost any animal with just one bite. Number 11. Surprisingly, they like to play. Komodo dragons are dangerous, cannibalistic, and grave robbers, but they also have a softer side. These things, like all others, seem to like to play. People being held captive were seen playing with shovels, shoes, and even frisbees. The way people interact with the objects is not based on aggression or getting food, so it can be called play. If you watch a Komodo dragon play friendly game of tug-of-war, you might start to like the dangerous animal. Number 12. Komodo dragon are endangered. Since they were first found in Australia 4 million years ago, wild Komodo dragons have disappeared from the islands except Komodo, Trinca, Gili Montana, Gili Decemi, and Flores. The animal is now on the IUCN's list of endangered species. It is said to be the closest living relative of dinosaurs. It's thought that there are less than 1,400 adults living in the wild today. The IUCN says that most of the decline in the Flores population is due to habitat loss and loss of natural prey to hunters. Subsistence farming and changes to fire patterns are the main causes of habitat loss and fragmentation in this area. In the north-central Flores subpopulation, there may also be conflict between people and animals over livestock. The good news is that Komodo dragon in Komodo National Park outside of Flores are safe and don't face any significant threats. So, that's all for today's video. If you made it this far, leave a comment with your thoughts. We'll be sure to reply to you. And also hit the subscribe button for more awesome content. Thanks for watching.